Welcome to Variety in Armed Forces Radio, brought to you by Dwayne Old Time Radio. This podcast will feature a collection of classic variety programs, many that were broadcast on the Armed Forces Radio Service or the Armed Forces Radio Network. If you enjoyed this podcast, I ask you to please subscribe to my channel so you can receive notifications of new posts. New episodes are posted weekly.
Have you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
This is your host, Kenny Delmar, introducing Guest Star, one of a series of programs produced and transcribed in New York and presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. Our guest star for this program is Henry Morgan, a young man who usually has something to say, and good, too. Before we find out what that is, however, here's music by the Savings Bond Singers and Orchestra under the direction of Dennis Agay. A bit of good advice entitled, Sing, It's Good For You.
Sing, keep your spirits high. Sing, pass the worry by. Sing till the day you die. It's good for you. Sing while your debts are made. Sing till the bills are paid. Sing, don't you be afraid. It's good for you. When old gloom comes round, you don't have to frown. It won't mean a thing, just sing, brother, let your freedom ring. Sing, make the day seem bright. Sing, so you'll feel alright. Sing, and with all your might, it's good for you. Sing, brother, sing. Sing, brother, sing. 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 Freedom ring. Sing, make the day seem bright. Sing, so you'll be alright. Sing, sing with all your might. Sing, 'cause it's good for
you. Yeah, all right. Now, I told you that Henry Morgan would be with us, and since my word is as good as my bonds, here is Henry Morgan.
Hello, Kenny.
Hello there, Henry. Nice to have you with us. What's on your mind?
Money. You know, everybody today wants money. Most popular commodity in the world. But did you ever stop to think what it would be like if nobody cared very much about money one way or the other? Suppose you really had to sell money to people, the way they sell cigarettes, breakfast foods, junk like that.
How do you mean, Henry?
How do I mean? Well, today, of course, the government has a monopoly on the manufacture of money, and the government discourages competition. So what do we get? The same old color, same old engraving, same old price. You pay $5 for a $5 bill, and you take what they give you. You don't have any choice.
Yeah, it does seem a little unfair, doesn't it?
Very unfair. Now, if anybody could manufacture money, we could get a little competition into it, and things would be different.
Yeah, you turn on the radio and hear something like this. Henry?
Ladies, when the bridge club meets at your house, do the girls sit around sneering at your shabby old money? Chances are they do if you don't use Blotz's handmade bills. The crispy, crackly money with the scalloped edges. Blotz's bills come in a variety of colors to match your every mood, and they are personalized with your picture on every bill. So don't run the risk of being ostracized socially by using that old green money. Get Blotz's bills today.
Or you'd probably hear something like this, Kenny.
Parents, when your children swallow coins, are you sure they're swallowing the best? Better get Cooper's coins, the only coins enriched with vitamin A. Yes. And good? Say, the kiddies will say they're the yummiest, crunchiest coins they have ever swallowed. Yes, indeed. Cooper's coins come in the nickel and quarter size for children and the $half size for adults. And also for mongoloids and morons. Or you, too, will want to experience this new taste sensation. Yes. Go now to your bank and insist on Cooper's coins.
Oh, you make it irresistible, Kenny. Fascinating. The other day, I was wondering about the origin of money, and I decided to look up the facts.
Were they interesting, Henry?
Very dull. So I made up some facts of my own. According to me, money originated about 50,000 years ago. See, there was a housing shortage then, too, and people were living in caves. In one of these caves, in a middle-class neighborhood, lived a fellow named Henry Ugg. One rainy Saturday, he was puttering around the cave.
Henry, what are you doing now?
Just drawing some pictures here on the wall.
Drawing pictures. A Rembrandt we have here, drawing pictures, when all the other men are out hunting.
Can't you leave that guy alone? I don't like hunting. I'm a vegetarian.
A vegetarian? You're a coward, that's what you are. My mother warned me.
Yeah, my mother warned me, too.
If you don't care what people think about you, at least you might have some consideration for me. I'm the laughing stock of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I know.
All the other girls in our crowd are wearing tiger skins and leopard skins, and what am I wearing? Rabbits.
Very becoming.
Well, I just won't stand for it another minute. Now you get out of here and don't come back until you bring me something decent to wear.
Strong sound man. Yes, even in those days, they slammed the door. Mrs. Ugg was right about Henry. He just didn't feel up to facing a saber-toothed tiger. As he walked along slowly, wondering if he could fool his wife with mink-dyed muskrat, he picked up two shining pieces of metal from the ground. The small piece was gold, and the large one was silver. But, of course, Henry didn't know that. As he joggled them in his hand, he joggled in those days, he saw Kenny DeLugg coming up the road carrying a beautiful leopard skin. It occurred to Henry that Kenny was the most stupid man in town, so he called to him.
Hey, Kenny.
Hello, Henry. What you know?
Nothing.
Me neither.
Hey, Kenny, where'd you get the leopard skin, hey?
From a leopard.
What'll you take for it?
What you got?
Give you this little piece of yellow stuff.
You kidding or something? What is it?
It's called, $5.
Yeah, what's it for?
Well, you can buy something else with it. Maybe 2 leopard skins.
Yeah, gee, okay, Henry. Here's a leopard skin.
All right, here's a $5.
Wait a minute. What's the other piece you got?
Oh, this big piece here, that's called a $1/2.
Yeah, give me that, too.
What for?
10% luxury tax.
So Kenny DeLugg went off with his $5 and $1/2 pieces. Of course, he didn't realize that he was the first man ever to accept money in exchange for goods. But then, there was a lot he didn't know. As fate would have it, Kenny met another man by the name of Eddie Kilroy. Yes, even in those days they had a Kilroy. So Kenny called out to him.
Hi, Kilroy.
Yeah, what you want?
Look what I got.
Oh, very pretty. What is it?
Well, this is $5 and this is a $1/2. They're worth 2 leopard skins, you know.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you take them and give me the 2 skins, hey.
Not me.
But they're worth 2 leopard skins, Kilroy.
Who said so?
Henry Ugg.
Then let him give them to you.
So, very disillusioned, Kenny DeLugg went in search of Henry Ugg. He'd already made up his mind what there was of it, that if Henry wouldn't take the coins back, he would not only call him nasty names, but he'd also bash his head in. So Kenny arrived at Henry's house.
Hi, Henry.
Yeah? What do you want?
Kilroy wouldn't take this $5 and $1/2.
He wouldn't, huh? He wouldn't?
No, he seemed to think they were worthless.
Oh, that's just silly.
Yeah, that's what I said. Here, you take them.
I don't want them. I'd rather have the skin.
You take them, Henry.
Kenny, I'd rather...
Take them, Henry.
All right. I don't like your attitude. Here's your skin back.
No, you said they were worth 2 skins. You give me 2.
But you only gave me 1.
You said they were worth 2.
Yeah, but don't you...
You said they were worth 2.
All right. I don't like your attitude. Here are your 2 skins.
And so that night, when Henry Ugg told his wife about how he had invented the use of money, she said to him,
But, Henry, we lost money on the deal. We gave him 2 for 1.
Gee, that's not the way to look at it, honey.
It's not?
No. We might have lost money.
Yes.
But we're in business, ain't we?
Thank you, Henry Morgan, for that interesting bit of history. And now, The Night is Young and You're So Beautiful, by the Savings Bond Orchestra and Singers, with Dennis Agay conducting.
The night is young and you're so beautiful here among the shadows, beautiful lady. Open your heart. The scene is set, the breeze will sing of it. Can't you get into the swing of it, lady? When do we start? When the lady is kissable and the evening is cool. Any dream is permissible in the heart of a fool. The moon is high and you're so glamorous, and if I seem over-amorous, lady, what can I do? The night is young and I'm in love with you. Beautiful lady, open your heart. The scene is set, the breeze is sing of it. Can't you get into the swing of it, lady? When do we start? When the lady is kissable and the evening is cool. Any dream is permissible in the heart of a fool. The moon is high and you're so glamorous, and if I seem over-amorous, lady, what can I do? What can I do? The night is young and I'm in love with you. The night is young and I'm in love with you.
Kenny, I had a nice time, but I think it's time to start talking a little business, isn't it?
Oh, you mean you don't want to ad-lib? I got my writers here. I can ad-lib.
I don't have to ad-lib about savings bonds. I know all the facts.
Well, that's good, because the savings bonds are the thing that we're going to talk about here. Do you want to say what you're going to say about them first?
Yeah, I'll say what I'm going to say, and then you can say what you're going to say.
All right.
I'll say you can't do any better with your money today, even that old green stuff we were making fun of.
Yeah.
Vander invested in U.S.-type savings bonds.
Well, you're right about that, Henry. United States savings bonds return $4 for $3.
Can't lose.
You can't lose with that, and that you get it in 10 years. And they are guaranteed by the U.S. government.
Can't lose. Next time you ask your boss for a raise, maybe tomorrow, ask him about that payroll savings plan where you work. It's the easy, convenient way to save.
Yes, you buy bonds to provide future security and happiness for you and your family. And this is important. They're your investment in America. This is your host, Kenny Delmar, signing off for Guest Star, one of a series of programs presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. Guest Star is produced and transcribed in New York. I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking Henry Morgan for coming over today and being our guest. Till next we meet, here's a question to remember.
Have you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
Goodbye. Bye, that is.
you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, Kenny Delmar, introducing Guest Star, one of a series of programs produced and transcribed in New York and presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. Our guest for this program is Miss Gladys Swartout, brilliant singing star of stage, screen, and radio, whose voice has thrilled millions. Before I introduce Miss Swartout, let's hear from the Savings Bonders and our orchestra under the direction of Dennis Agay. The song, they tell me, is called Let Yourself A-Go.
Come, get together, let the dance floor feel your leather, step as lightly as a feather, let yourself go. Come, hit the timber, loosen up and start to limber, can't you hear that hot marimba, let yourself go. Let yourself go, relax and let yourself go. Relax, let yourself kind of feeling up. The night is cold but the music's hot, so come, baby, come closer, don't you dare to answer no, sir. Put your maker, clerk, and grocer, let yourself go. As you listen to the band, don't you get a bumble. As you listen to the play, don't you get a glow. If you step out on the floor, you'll forget your trouble. If you go into your dance, you'll forget your woe. So come, get together, let the dance floor feel your leather. Step as lightly as a feather, let yourself go.
Let yourself go.
Relax.
And let yourself go.
Relax.
You've got yourself tied up in a knot. The night is cold, but the music's hot.
So come a little closer. Don't dare to answer no, sir. Put your maker, clerk, and grocer. Just let yourself go.
Yeah, man. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our charming guest star, Miss Gladys Swartout. We're very happy indeed to have you with us, Gladys.
I'm glad of the chance to help, Kenny. As I understand it, you'd like me to sell some bonds. Is that right?
Oh, no, Gladys. We do that indirectly and very subtly. And I'm sure the best way you can help us is to sing for us.
Then I shall. I'd like to sing a song called I Wonders, I Wander. But first, there's an interesting story behind this song, I think. John Jacob Niles was walking down a country lane in Mississippi one bright summer day when a group of evangelists came along. He followed them to a spot where they were holding their meeting. A young girl of the group stood up and sang a folk song without any accompaniment. Niles paid her 25 cents to repeat the verses several times as he wrote down the words. The result was one of Niles' most beloved songs, I Wonders, I Wander. Since that summer day, Mr. Niles on many occasions has tried to find the young girl, but she seems to have completely disappeared, leaving no trace of her whereabouts. And now I'm going to sing for you the song that John Jacob Niles first heard on that summer day in Mississippi.
I wonder as I wander out under the sky, how Jesus the Savior did come for to die. For poor unredeemed I wonder as I wander out under the sky, how Jesus the Savior did come for to die for poor ornery people like you and like I wonder as I
Well, that was lovely, Gladys. And I think Mr. Niles was very fortunate indeed to have happened along as the young evangelist for singing it. But then songwriters seem to be everywhere.
They do get around, don't they?
Yeah, they certainly love to travel by any possible means of locomotion. Remember the trolley song that was so popular a year or two ago? It got so you could hardly turn on your radio without reaching into your pocket for car fare.
Oh, well, I remember.
Yeah, and the songwriter owned one of the earliest flying machines, the Wright brothers model. Remember the one he was always trying to coax Josephine into?
Yes, and there was another one with a Mary Oldsmobile.
Yeah, he's lucky if he still has it. I own the only Crosley with a built-in chiropractor myself. But songwriters certainly like to move around. They're always going back where they came from, as long as it's a place that rhymes. They're sorry they left. They're going back by train, by bus, by plane, by horse or dog sled. I think I'll write a song called I Like It Where I Am, and I'm going to stay here. Yeah.
Oh, it would never do, Kenny. You've got to be on the move.
Say, what do you suppose songwriters did for transportation during the war when it was so hard to get around?
I suppose they had a carpool.
Yeah, some of them may even have to walk. Perish forbid. Well, it's rather surprising that nothing came of that. A song like, Heel and toe, away I go, ankling back to Idaho. Me, me, me. Or maybe, give me a lift there, brother. I'm bumming back to mother. You know, there's a precedent for that sort of thing, too.
Really?
Sure, carry me back to old Virginia. The way they write these scripts. Carry me back to old Virginia. Now, there's a fine fella, too lazy to walk. Wants to be carried yet.
Well, he'll have to look elsewhere, Kenny. We're busy.
Yeah, which reminds me, what are you going to sing for us now, Gladys?
A song called Through the Years by one of America's most talented and best-loved composers, the late Vincent Heumanns.
Gladys Swartout, that was wonderful. There was something I wanted to tell you about United States savings bonds, but it seems to have slipped my mind. Now, let's see. It wasn't that United States savings bonds returned $4 for $3 in just 10 years, because you already know that. Yeah, it wasn't that United States savings bonds are the world's finest investment and a safeguard for a happy future, was it? No, everybody knows that. Was it something about the payroll savings plan, the plan that lets you save easily and regularly right where you work? I don't think so, because most folks know that, too. And they can get the details from their boss. Well, perhaps I'll think of it. While the Savings Bond Orchestra and Singers, under the direction of Dennis Agay, play and sing Cheek to Cheek.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak, but it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I'm a man about you, the charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. I seem to find the happiness I see when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Did you think of what it was you wanted to say about United States savings bonds, Kenny?
No, Gladys, it just seems to have slipped my, if you'll excuse the expression, mind.
Well, now that everyone knows what a good investment they are, weren't you going to suggest...
Oh, of course. Yes, that's it. I was going to suggest that everybody buy some. Buy United States savings bonds. This is your host, Kenny Delmar, signing off for Guest Star, one of a series of programs presented by this station and United States Savings Bonds as a public service. Sincere thanks to Gladys Swartout for being our guest today. Guest Star is produced and transcribed in New York. So, till next we meet, here's a question to remember.
Have you invested in United States savings bonds this week?
Goodbye. Bye, that is.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoy what I'm doing, I ask you to please subscribe to my channel or channels. You can also go to my website where you can listen to all of my podcasts for free. You can also download them for free. And there is donation information on the website if you feel like you would like to show some support for what I'm doing. You can email me. The website is otr.duane.media. And my email is info@otr.duane.media. And my Instagram is Dwayne.otr. Well, hope you enjoyed, and until next time, stay safe, wish you well, peace.